the next story up that affects me directly, I think maybe even affects our show. Free Google Workspace. At the time, it was, I've been in the game for so long, it was Google Apps for Business, and then it went to GSuite, and then it went to Google Workspace, is what they're calling it. And basically, this is Google Workspace is Google's cloud platform for email, contacts, calendars, spreadsheets, their whole suite of business tools. You have access to these tools, in this one suite, so this
Hmm.
Google ecosystem, right? For the longest, ever since what 2000 and I want to say 2008 when this first came out, they gave it away for free. Of
Hmm.
course, you had like
Sign up
50
for
gig.
a Gmail account.
Right. Get Google Drive, 50 gigs for free. You get access to all the things Google Sheets, Google Sheets, this Docs, Sheets, and then I can't remember what the other thing is. But anyway, you get all this stuff for free, and in addition to that, you can control users, so you can add users, control their access. So like for instance, how it affects me directly is I have two free Google workspace accounts, one for Brother Tech, to where I manage my domain through that, so all of my email comes into Google Suite, but then I use any other third-party apps. But I've got my domain register set up there, and all these things set up to where I can manage users, I can share documents, all this thing. And then with my
Hmm.
family, I've got it set up to where we've got our domain set up with Google Suite, to where myself, my wife, all my kids have email addresses using our domain that all go through Google because I signed up for the free thing. So, and then take it a step further, for Snob OS, we use Google Docs for our notes. We use it to save our files for our shows. That's where we do all the editing and updating for all the clips and everything. So all that to say, we directly are directly affected by the fact that no longer will Google Workspace be free. Legacy or grandfathered users, we have until, let me make sure make sure I got it right so I know for myself.
May
Uh,
1st.
May 1st. If I don't do anything, I've got until May 1st. They're going to kick me off. If I sign up for a paid version, I've got until July to actually make the changes. Like for instance, I've got domains pointing to Google and all these things. I got to make these changes after I pay for it, after I set it up. So for everybody out there who's been in the game like since 2008, no, 2006 is
Yeah.
when Google Apps for Business launched. Anybody's got a free account, this directly affects you. So you're gonna have to move over, whether it be moving to Microsoft 365 or moving to Apple's iCloud, which is not as feature rich, but they did recently do the beta, the iCloud beta, to where you can set up custom domain names. You can set up emails for those people to where you get a at me account, or if you've got your own domain that you want to move over, you can actually move your domain over to iCloud beta, and then actually set up your, for instance, for myself example, brothertech.com. I can move that domain over to iCloud beta, set up all my email addresses, contact at Brother Tech, Terrance at Brother Tech, all the emails that I got set up in Google. I can move those over into iCloud because I'm paying for the Apple One tier, to where you get all this stuff. So if I'm already paying
Hmm.
for it over here, it's nothing for me to move it over. But if you're doing it for the free with Google Workspace, you're going to have to move over or pay. You
Yeah.
may not have to move over. You may just have to pay for Google services, but you will have to pay something. You're trying to get it for the free. That
It's
day
free no
has.
more. So most of my domain names are hosted somewhere else,
Hmm.
but I have, because I just buy domains that I think of. I have like five or six that are
Hmm.
on Google domains that I haven't used or anything, but they're just kind
Hmm.
of sitting out there. So I had to make some decisions, and I did not realize this was coming. And this
Hmm.
is quite annoying. And I think probably what Google is trying to do is people don't want to do the
Go through the
hassle. Most
process.
people
Yep.
won't go through the hassle to move things over. So they'll just pay for whatever it is.
Because it is, let me tell you, it is a
It's a
hassle.
lot. Yeah.
I do this, as a side hustle, helping people migrate into the cloud. And probably the hardest thing to do is moving not the domain thing, not the domain name, but your email hosting. Trying to
Mm-hmm.
get all your emails from one thing into another. It is time consuming, and especially if you're running a business, what you don't want to do is miss emails.
Yes.
So you're up Friday night, early Saturday morning on the weekend. Well, I am trying to move a whole team's emails out of wherever into some of these other things. And the one thing is like, all right, well, let me check I don't want to miss this. And they, you know, how people, there are some people that's got some weird setups in their email folders and filters and flags and all that. You got to get all that stuff over. So yeah, piggybacking off what you said, I can see people just being like, I ain't trying to do all that. I'm not trying to pay anybody to do all that. I'll just pay the little whatever they want, and then I'll just keep the stuff going as usual.
Do we know what the price points are for the different subscriptions?
They don't list it in this story that we're quoting from The Verge, but I think it's like I want to say $5 a user. So, like for instance, my
Okay.
family, if there's five of us, that's $5 per user. I had to look that up, or somebody who's listening to the show definitely add us and let us know,
If you
how
know what
much.
is up. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because it affects me directly. So if it affects me, I know it affects a lot of folks
Other
out there.
people. Yeah.
Because I've been using it. I think that's when I started blogging. I needed
Hmm.
my trying to be techie because I was Brother Tech. So I was like, I can't be out here, Brother Tech at gmail.com.
Right.
And I used Google to set up my email hosting. And it's been sitting there ever since. Now I got to go move my stuff. So good luck with that.
Fortunately, I don't have any of my hosting on Google. Thank God for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So, but if you need somebody, hit me up. I'll help you move your stuff over.
You're right.
It ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be simple, but I get you done.